What's going on, everybody? So today is a very special day and we're going to be talking about tool enhancements. So if you don't know what tool enhancements are, I'll tell you what they are. On each set of crafted tool, you have a craft bonus, as you can see here on my tools. They are harvest multiplier, luck, and they are also drop multiplier. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, go to craft, and as you can see, when we go to tools, there's a bunch of different tools, whatever. We click perks, and I'm going to talk about each one of these, and from what I've learned about farming these things. So drop multiplier, luck, and harvest multiplier. So first and foremost, a drop multiplier, what it's going to do is it's going to deal with mobs. That is completely it. It doesn't deal with anything harvesting related. Now, as I know, all these things do add on to your character. So if you're someone that's going out there and you're taking on a lot of enemies and things like that, you definitely want to have drop multiplier, because what it's going to do is say you got a drop multiplier of 3% and you're going out there and you're destroying enemies and you're dropping 100 essence. Well, that drop multiplier is acting as a percentage. So if it's 3%, it's going to be 103 essence instead of 3 essence. Okay, that is what that does. There's nothing else. It doesn't work with harvesting. And we're going to continue going to the next one. And I'll also give you some more factual information about these. So next one is luck. So what luck does is it's going to give you the best possible outcome for the mob, for the number of resources gathered. It just will give you the best of whatever it is you're doing. Say you're harvesting rocks, for instance, and it has a chance of 1 through 5. You'll learn this later with the heartwood timbers. That's how I learned, is they are 1 through 5 or 1 through 4 depending on what faction you get, but luck will give you the chance at getting the best one. So it goes 1, 3, and 5 if you have harvest, or 1, 3, and 4 if you decide to use luck. And I learned that using luck instead of the harvest multiplier was actually better in some cases, because I kept getting the 3s and 4s instead of getting a bunch of 1s. So that's what luck does. It gives you the best possible chance or quantity that a resource has. Now the next one is harvest multiplier. Now this one's a very self-explanatory, straightforward. What it's going to do is give you a % boost to whatever you're harvesting. Say you're harvesting rocks and it's getting 10 rocks per and you have one that's giving you 20%. So now instead of getting 10, you're going to get 12. And this one's extremely good when you're harvesting things like celestial essence. All right, and right here, perfect example. But whenever you want to get more of something like these timbers that have a 1 through 5 or 1 through 4, depending on your faction, you're going to want luck. And the reason why is you're going to be more consistently getting 3s and 4s. Now, I'm also going to go over the faction stuff real quick, because it also is going to give you an even more in-depth explanation of actually what these enhancements done. This was very clever, by the way. So this one right here, increase drop rates from enemies in chests by 15%. This is a drop multiplier. This is a percentage that is going and counting towards the mobs and the chests that you are taking on. See, this is really cool, because drop multiplier probably also goes towards the chest, because they also have essences. This one, harvest boost, this is also obviously harvest multiplier. Self-explanatory, increases the quantity of gathered resources by 25%. That's harvest multiplier, self-explanatory, straightforward. And this one is what I learned. Increases the probability of favorable outcomes in chance-based activities. Now, whether you know this or not, but every time you defeat a mob, every time you gather a resource, think of it as a little dice that's rolling. It's RNG that's playing, whether it's quantity or whether it's determining if you're going to get that really good drop. So when it comes to things like harvesting timber, which has a 1, 3, and 4 chance if you use this faction. That's 100% something you want to do, because you're obviously have a higher chance of getting 3s and 4s than you are with 1s. Whereas if you use this one, you're gonna have a chance at getting a 5, which is 1 more, but you have a 15% chance more of getting a 1. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And then obviously this one, it has nothing to do with harvesting. Drop multiplier has nothing to do with harvesting at all. So it's for mobs and chests, increases at a percent the resources that you get, plain and simply. But that's going to do it all. I hope this helped you out, going over factions as well as tool enhancements. I hope all of this gave you like a better insight, because I was kind of struggling. But yeah, guys, that's basically it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for the next one.